Happy Saturday again. We are coming live still from the Columbus Public Library here on Macon Road. We still have a few items left, and we thank everybody who stopped by so far to come see us and to pick up some items, as well as stop by to see Mrs. Jocelyn with CORE, okay, and she's doing great things and giving out some free items as well. Of course, you know, we're at the tail end of March, which is Women's History Month, and every year we honor and we celebrate those women who have made the way for us to be here today, and those women who are currently doing amazing things in our community and all over the world. Now, today Role Model Academy is giving out free clothing, women's clothing, and we're also doing a little empowerment as it regards women and how we show up in the world. And so my first thing that I would want to talk about and discuss is personal hygiene, as well as wardrobe or underwear. Let's say that, your underwear. So years ago, I wrote this book, and it is a woman's guide to a paradigm shift, pursuing the best version of you. And that is often so important to me, is that we show up in the best way that we know how, and as the best version of ourselves. And so oftentimes we are taught these things at home from our mothers, and sometimes we are not. Sometimes it depends on the dynamics of our family, on whether or not our parents are both working and they barely have time to spend with us, and, you know, really dig into the areas that are important for us as young people. And then sometimes we have those parents who, you know, mom stays home and she has all the time in the world, for the most part, to really just pour into a young lady and show her how to be and how to live and how to show up in the world. And so for many of us, you know, that's what we get. We get a quality of personal development and life skills from our family. And if we don't learn it from our family, then we learn it from somewhere else, school, TV, wherever it may be. So that's part of what Role Model Academy is all about. We often say it takes a village to raise a child. However, it is very important to, you know who's in your village, and the quality of the village is important, because you don't want just anyone pouring to your child. And that's what we're here for. We step in areas where you are working hard and you don't absolutely have all the time in the world to fine tune and polish little areas in a daughter's life or a young man's life. And we step in and we provide that support and that help in several different ways. We offer modeling, acting, and personal development at Role Model Academy, but we also empower the woman, the mom, the young lady who's going off to college. And so we're going to take some time and talk about personal hygiene as it regards women in business. First impressions are everything. How you show up in the world is everything. So we want to make sure that when we show up in the world, that we're happy and we're confident, and our self-esteem and our self-worth is where we want it to be, not according to someone else, but according to what we understand is healthy and what's best for us. So our first thing I want to talk about is the personal hygiene piece, right? Too easy. We do this every day. It's not a self-care situation, it's a self-maintenance. We get up in the mornings, we brush our teeth, we wash our face, we take a shower or a bath at least twice a day. So these are things that we do first prior to putting on our clothes. Now, I often see people put on their clothes and then they put on their lotion and deodorant later. But I would encourage you to start with your shower, start with your bath, and then make sure you brush your teeth and wash your face before you start putting on your clothes, because that alleviates getting stains from toothpaste or oil or deodorant stains on your clothes if you just kind of start that place first. So oftentimes with personal hygiene, you know, it's trial and error. You know, oftentimes we just pass down what we know. Well, my mom used this, and so this is what I use. But we have to be mindful of what our personal skin is like, what's going to work, what's not going to break us out, what's not going to irritate our skin. So it's a trial, it's a journey for us to kind of learn what works well with our bodies. And it's a journey that we should take the time to take our time and enjoy. It's the only body that we have. We're not ever going to get another one unless you purchase some items. But you're not ever going to get another one. So it's best to just take care of the body that you have and invest in learning your body and what works for your body. Do you have oily skin or do you have dry skin? Do you have a combination of both? Does Dove burn under your arms, or does, what else is out there? Dove is my favorite. It's just, it works, it's neat, it's clean, and it doesn't cause me any irritation, but it may not work for you. So you have to figure out what deodorant, what lotion is going to take care of your skin, moisturize it, and, so it's not dry or, irritated. So it's just the process as a young lady, as a woman, of doing the things, investing the time to ensure that you're giving your body what it needs to the best of your ability. So we talk about brushing our teeth and washing our face and moisturizing our skin. We need to do this at least twice a day. You go out in the world and you're just in the elements, and the elements are touching you. And so when you get home, you want to take the time to wash the elements away before you go to bed. A lot of us wear makeup, a lot of us don't, but you should never go to bed with makeup on your face. So you take the time to wash those items off your face. And what I'm really talking about is incorporating a routine that you use in the morning and a routine that you use in the evening before going to bed that takes care of your skin and takes care of your body. Again, because it's the only one that we have. So personal hygiene is a big deal prior to putting on any form of clothing. You want to make sure you're taking care of the body that you have, the skin that you have, your teeth, your ears, all of that good stuff prior to putting on any clothing. So again, brush your teeth, wash your face, put your oils on, your deodorant, all before putting on clothing. And that kind of saves us from wasting toothpaste or wasting some lotion or something on our clothes, getting a stain that's going to further hold us back from moving forward to wherever we're trying to go and get to. You always want to moisturize your skin. It's so important. I've seen ashy ankles and ashy wrists and ashy hands. Now I know for guys, sometimes they don't really care about that stuff, but to me it's still important. You need to put lotion on too. And then for ladies, definitely, you should not ever walk around and your legs are ashy or your feet are ashy or your toes are ashy or any part of your body is ashy. Take that time, to spend with yourself and to make sure that you are taking care of the body that you have. Now, the other part of that is the underwear, right? And the term underwear means exactly what it means, under your wear. It should not be on the outside, and that includes bra straps and panty lines, right? You want to make sure that your clothes that you're wearing, what you want to wear, is polished. It has a polished look, and it's not being taken away from, or there's no distractions because we have bra straps hanging out here, or we have panty lines that's all over the place in the back. It's definitely a distraction, and it's definitely an unpolished look. So underwear should always be underwear, exactly what it means. And oftentimes when we wear clothing, it becomes, seen as well if our clothing are tight. Now there's a time and a place for clothing that fit, there's a time and a place for it. But one of my pet peeves is being in a workplace, in a professional place, and the clothes are just skin tight. Skin tight to the point where there's no imagination as to what's going on. So depending on the setting, depending on the workplace, it's inappropriate, it's classless for your clothes to be skin tight and see every print and every whatever you have going on with your body. There's a time and a place for that. And a workplace, a professional place, is not it. And so you can think about all the different places that we consider workplaces, organizations, where your clothing and your body should not be a distraction. Now, I know that everybody will not agree with me on that. I know that people feel like I can wear what I want to wear. I can show up how I want to show up. However, again, like I'll say, today, what's considered right is wrong and what's considered wrong is right. And everybody has their own opinion, which is fine. But if you want to show up as a person of class, as a person with professionalism, as a polished person, then I would consider how you show up as it regards our clothing. You can wear form-fitting clothing that that polishes and gives you a nice look without it being skin tight, without us not being able to, miss whatever you have going on as far as your shape and your body. You can wear very nice form-fitting clothes and it still be professional. So let's, think about that as it regards underwear, because I brought that up because sometimes when the clothes are so tight, you can see the print of the bra on the front and the back. You can see the print of underwear. You can see all kinds of prints, if we're honest, when we wear items that are too tight. But as it regards underwear, we should never see it on the outside of our clothing, okay? That's why it's called underwear, because it's supposed to be under our wear. Bras are something for ladies, right? Like, what's the purpose of wearing one if it's not gonna look like you have one on? So you always wanna take the time to find a bra that fits well and that's gonna hold the girls up. It contributes to your poise and your posture, okay? Sag and hanging and all kind of stuff like that, there's no reason to have a bra on if that's how you're gonna conduct it and that's how you're gonna wear it. But if you wanna be polished, if you wanna be poised, then you make sure you find a bra that is going to fit properly and hold the girls, in a good place. As well as with your underwear, if they're too small, if they're too big, it's going to leave, a view in the back. So you want to find underwear that fit properly. You also want to find underwear, they're really great today at making underwear that don't leave prints, so you can find those and it can not bring a distraction to what you're wearing. And so it's important to consider those things. Depending on how you care, depending on your confidence, depending on your self-esteem and your self-worth, it really is conducive to applying things that are going to help to make you show up better in the world. So, personal hygiene and underwear. Those two things are very important to us as ladies. And those are two things that, definitely if we are doing some of the things that I mentioned, we can work on improving and just showing up as more poised and more polished in the world, okay? Because basically when you wear a nice outfit or you wear a nice dress or you wear a nice blouse, the focus should be on that outfit. It really shouldn't be on being distracted because there's bra straps hanging out or because it's too tight, the skin is buckled up, or because, the underwear are not, they have lines and stuff going all over the place. So, it very much is a distraction, and those are things that takes away from your look and your poise and your posture. So those are things that we can work on to improve. Okay, so just a little tips. I'm gonna come back later and I'm gonna talk about some other things here, probably in about 10 to 15 minutes, as it regards our wardrobe and how we show up in the world. Again, first impressions are everything, and so we wanna make sure, to the best of our ability, that we are showing up as the best version of ourselves. Okay, I hope I said something that was helpful, and again, I know that some people will not agree, and I'm not here for everybody to agree. However, I do know that there's a certain way you show up for certain settings. So certain settings, some things are not appropriate. But again, in the world that we live in today, what's considered wrong is right, and what's considered right is wrong, and it'll be to each its own. However, in good faith and in good posture and in good poise, then you do your best to show up to the best of your ability as a polished, poised person. And that would include making sure that your underwear remains underwear and that your items that you do wear, they flatter your body, they fit your body, but they're not extremely tight, showing, leaving nothing to the imagination, okay? And your personal hygiene, just making sure that you enjoy that time, that it's not rushed, that it's a time, it's a routine that you take, you know, at least twice a day, taking care of the skin that you have been given, the only skin that you will have for the rest of your life, and just making sure that you take care of it to the best of your ability. Okay, I'll be back a little bit later with some other tips as it regards our wardrobe as women. Have a great day. And again, thanks you so much for the ladies who stopped by so far to pick out some items. If you have friends or family out there, sizes are small through X large, have them stop by, pick up something. Absolutely no strings attached. It's free. And we'll see you soon. Bye.